When it comes to the timeless art of seduction, stars have been leveraging their fame since way back. But while we would be here all day listing those who've had over 100 lovers, some say they can add another 0 to that number. From rock legends to reality stars, these celebs claim to have slept with over 1,000 people. Spencer Matthews has been famous in the UK since the show Made in Chelsea took off, but he wouldn't become known to the wider world until the wedding of Pippa Middleton, who married Spencer's older brother James in 2017, giving the reality star a tenuous connection to the royal family. Spencer was the talk of the internet after the ceremony, with Hollywood Life praising his hotness, but those who cared to dig a little deeper quickly discovered that he wasn't exactly Prince Charming. In his tell-all, Confessions of a Chelsea Boy, Matthews revealed just how many lovers he's had in a roundabout way when he quipped, "I don't disclose how many women I've slept with in the book because I think that should be private. Let's just say it's a similar number to fellow reality star Kirk Norcross in his book, which was 1,000. Matthews' womanizing made for much of the drama during Made in Chelsea's early days, but Spenny is now off the market. The posh playboy turned over a new leaf when he met Irish model Vogue Williams on the TV show The Jump.
Before I met Vogue,
Yeah.
I was a person.
Yeah.
I met Vogue.
Well,
I fell in love.
Not really.
I got her knocked up.
Yeah.
I am no longer a person.
The two tied the knot in 2018 and welcomed their second child in 2020. Lamar Odom came clean about the staggering number of women he slept with in his 2019 tell-all, Darkness to Light, estimating that he's had over 2,000 lovers. The retired NBA star also admitted to cheating on ex-wife Khloe Kardashian, who he married after just 4 weeks of dating. The union lasted from 2009 until 2016, by which point Kardashian was well aware of his extramarital affairs. Explaining that he was, quote, shocked and embarrassed at the revelation, Odom told People, "I wanted to take it back, but you can't. I wanted to hide it, but that sick sin was hard for me to hide. I had a problem."
When you're an addict and you're fighting those demons, you can't even you're not loving yourself.
Odom revealed that he had been, quote, obsessed with women from a young age, but things really began to spiral when he became dependent on drugs, with one addiction feeding the other. This destructive path led to him nearly dying of an overdose in a Las Vegas brothel in 2015. While he had fallen into a coma, he went on to make a miraculous recovery. He said, "That was the wake-up call." Jack Nicholson's complicated relationship timeline reads like a who's who list of famous women from the past several decades. He dated Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas in the early 70s and entered into a relationship with Angelica Houston that would be on and off until the late 80s. He dated actress Lara Flynn Boyle in the 90s after asking her out in front of her then-boyfriend David Spade, and he pursued British model Kate Moss in the 2000s. Nicholson was 76 years old when Jennifer Lawrence won her Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook in 2013, but that didn't stop him from crashing her after-party interview to hit on her.
Is he still here?
I'll be waiting.
Oh my God! I need a rearview mirror.
The 3-time Oscar winner is apparently well into 4 figures when it comes to lovers. The actual number is said to be over 2,000, but when he was asked to confirm it, all Nicholson said was, quote, "Hell, I don't count." Still, interviews he's given over the last decade indicate that those estimates are in the ballpark. Explaining that it's complicated for him to have anything other than a one-night stand, he told the Daily Mail, "They think of my reputation, Jack the Jumper. I'm damned by what people think." Like his estranged father, Philander Rodman Jr., Dennis Rodman has been with a lot of women in his time. Philander claims to have fathered a whopping 29 children by 16 different women, but his exploits pale in comparison to those of his most famous son, who dated Madonna and was married to Carmen Electra for a minute. Both of those names came up when the former NBA star took part in a typically weird interview with the Star Tribune, who got the lowdown on Rodman's romantic past and reported. Rodman claimed that he slept with 2,000 girls. Of that number, he labeled probably 500 gold diggers or worse.
It was definitely an occupational hazard to be a dentist's girlfriend.
Of those 2,000 women, Rodman married only 3. Prior to Carmen Electra, there was Michelle Moyer, and going back even further, Annie Bakes in the early 90s. Rodman's first wife even accused him of giving her more than one STD in her book, Worse Than He Says He Is. By his own admission, Simply Red frontman Mick Hucknall isn't your typical playboy. He once told The Guardian, "A red-headed man is not generally considered to be a sensual icon, but when I had the fame, oh my god, it went crazy. Between 1985 and 1987, I would sleep with about 3 women a day, every day. I never said no."
It was what it was, you know? That's what you kind of get up to in those days as a bachelor traveling around the world.
His mother walked out on the family early in his life, leaving Hucknall's father to raise him, and he believes this abandonment is the root of his obsession with women. But he finally settled down and married his partner, Gabriella, in 2010, the same year that Simply Red broke up after 2.5 decades together. By that point, Hucknall had apparently slept with thousands of women, 3,000 of them in the mid-'80s alone. He told The Telegraph, "I never bragged about it. I don't keep count. I've no idea, but I would think over a 25-year period that's probably reasonable to say, but it's not what makes me tick. I don't put chips on the bedpost." He played one of cinema's most famous Lotharios in 1969's On Her Majesty's Secret Service, but in real life, George Lazenby would actually give James Bond a run for his money.
Fabulous beauties, all of them dolls, every one different. They've got to be when he's around.
My name's Bond. James Bond.
The Australian model was offered the role of 007 after he somehow managed to convince producers that he was a seasoned actor despite having zero experience. His good looks and natural charisma made him a hit with the ladies, and the outspoken Aussie revealed that he had taken, quote, maybe 1,000 women to bed. He told The Guardian, "In the 60s alone, there were sometimes 3, 4, 5 a day. For years. They had the pill. It was on script. I was a handsome guy from Australia. It was ridiculous. It really was." Lazenby turned down the chance to reprise the role of James Bond due to a brutal proposed contract, and his career began a steady decline. The ladies would apparently still line up for him, but he ditched the playboy lifestyle in the 80s with the rise of the AIDS epidemic. He told the Herald Sun, "I didn't want to die for it." Janice Dickinson was one of the many models that Jack Nicholson took home in the 80s, but she was the one who chose the Oscar-winning actor out of a lineup, not the other way around. In her memoir, No Lifeguard on Duty, the self-proclaimed world's first supermodel revealed that she had her choice of Hollywood stars at the time, and she had her pick at one of the many New York parties she attended. She said, "Warren Beatty, I decided, was too good-looking, Dustin Hoffman too short, Robin Williams too frenetic, and Jack Nicholson too much of a wolf. But Jack did have a great smile, he was irresistibly funny, and he really, really wanted me."
Who's got the last laugh now, pal?
According to the Evening Standard, the Brooklyn native clocks in at having bedded well over 1,000 guys. Later on, Dickinson became famous in the UK when she finished as a runner-up on the popular reality show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and she would happily dish about her colorful love life whenever she sat down with the British press. She even revealed that there were also a number of ladies on the list, too, telling The Sun, "I've slept with women, including supermodels. You're away for a month working. What are you supposed to do?" It probably won't come as much of a surprise to learn that Mick Jagger has had more than 1,000 lovers, but just how many women has the Rolling Stones frontman actually been with? Considering he's been famous since the early 60s, Christopher Anderson, author of Mick, The Wild Life and Mad Genius of Jagger, told CBS that Jagger slept with approximately 4,000 women during his decade-spanning career, adding, "He's been a busy boy. He said, I'm no paragon of virtue, and he's right. He's been out there living kind of an outrageous life."
It's like a soap opera.
A continuing soap opera?
Yeah. It was a bit like that.
According to The Independent, the Brit has been romantically linked with everyone from Tina Turner to Angelina Jolie, who starred in the music video for 1997's Anybody Seen My Baby. According to Anderson, a smitten Jagger reportedly pursued Jolie for 2 years, but when he eventually got his date, he bailed on her to sleep with actress Farrah Fawcett. A legend of the rock world who's apparently rocked thousands of worlds, Kiss frontman Gene Simmons has taken full advantage of his fame over the years. He told The Sun, "I didn't do drugs in the crazy times, but did I sleep with 4,800 women? So they tell me. I did have the Polaroids to prove it. Oh yes." Simmons told the Tab that he and his partner, Shannon Tweed, burned the photographic evidence of his escapades after they tied the knot in 2011, but they haven't been able to stop other people from dishing the dirt. When actress Katie Seagal released her memoir in 2017, she revealed details of an affair she allegedly had with Simmons while working as a waitress in the 70s. She wrote, "At first, I thought Gene was really weird. I took him home with me that night because he was quite persuasive." Seagal's revelations drew a strongly worded reaction from Simmons' daughter, Sophie, who spoke with the Allegedly with Theo Vaughn and Matthew Cole Weiss podcast, calling Seagal a groupie who thought they got ahead but apparently didn't.
Hey, this is the Nature Boy. Woo!
The first professional wrestler to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame twice, 16-time world champion Ric Flair is a legend of the ring. He likes to talk about his past, and while that's usually good news for the Nature Boy's legions of fans, he sometimes regrets opening his mouth. That was the case when he revealed how many women he had slept with during his ESPN 30 for 30 documentary, where he claimed to have bedded 10,000 women.
Everybody wanted to be me, every man. Because I had the nicest clothes, the biggest cars, and the more women.
He later told People, "What I said was the truth, but I feel bad now that I said some of it. 10,000 women. I wish I hadn't said that because of my grandkids." Flair has been married 5 times and has 4 children, one of whom goes by the ring name Charlotte Flair and is a WWE star in her own right. He married his current wife, Wendy Barlow, in 2018 after recovering from organ failure, and has been a good boy ever since. He said, "I love the ladies, but I only love one now." Is it possible for any one person to have had more lovers than Ric Flair? According to late NBA star Wilt Chamberlain, it most certainly is, and he did the math to prove it. In his memoir, A View from Above, the retired center claimed to have bedded twice as many women as the pro wrestler, writing, "If I had to count my intimate encounters, I would be closing in on 20,000 different ladies. At my age, that equals out to sleeping with 1.2 women a day every day since I was 15 years old."
You slept with 20,000 women. You've seen, there's a clock in Times Square. Take a look at this thing.
Let me see.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
I didn't think that.
Right.
Chamberlain's claims caused an uproar at the time, according to The Atlantic, but as far as Chamberlain was concerned, all he was guilty of was telling his fans the truth.
The women I've known and know, they are not a number. I want to apologize for that because I see them as beautiful people and not a number.
The NBA legend died of heart failure in 1999 at 63 years old. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.